Welcome to Muscular Brain Fat Wallet. In this video, we'll explore the dynamic world of subrenting, also known as subletting. Subrenting can be a valuable tool for tenants looking to reduce their rental burden, manage their living space, or generate extra income. Whether you're a seasoned renter or new to the rental market, understanding the ins and outs of subrenting is essential for navigating this landscape successfully. Throughout this guide, we'll cover everything from legal considerations to finding the right subtenant. Understanding subrenting allows a tenant to rent out their leased space to another individual, known as the subtenant. This practice is becoming increasingly popular, especially in urban areas where rental prices are high. It provides a practical solution for those who need to share or delegate their living space without breaking their lease. Understanding the relationships involved between the landlord, the primary tenant, and the subtenant is critical for managing a successful sublease. What is subrenting? Subrenting, or subletting, involves a primary tenant, the individual who signed the lease, renting out their rented property to another individual, the subtenant, for a specific period. The primary tenant remains responsible for the lease with the landlord, even while subletting the property. Subrenting is often an attractive option for tenants who may need to leave their rented space temporarily but still want to maintain their lease. Types of subrenting. There are several types of subrenting arrangements. Short-term subrenting, lasting for a few months or weeks, ideal for tenants going on vacation or work assignments. A long-term subrenting, extending for a year or longer, suitable for tenants who want to ensure their rental expenses are covered while they are away for an extended period. Roommates, where a primary tenant may choose to sublet a room to a roommate, sharing expenses and responsibilities. The legal framework of subrenting before subletting. Review your lease agreement to see if subrenting is allowed. Some leases contain clauses that prohibit subletting, while others require landlord approval. Always obtain written permission from your landlord to avoid legal complications. Drafting a sublease agreement is equally important. This document should outline rent payments, lease duration, utilities, and other responsibilities to protect both parties. Reviewing your lease agreement. The first step in the subrenting process is thoroughly reviewing your lease agreement. Look for specific clauses that address subletting. Common terms to check include subletting policy. Determine if subletting is permitted and under what conditions. Landlord approval. Some leases may require you to obtain written consent from your landlord. Termination clauses. Understand how subletting may affect your lease, including any potential penalties. Obtaining landlord approval. If your lease allows subletting, the next step is to inform your landlord and obtain written approval. Some landlords may have specific criteria or applications for subtenants, so be prepared to provide information about your intended subtenant. Drafting a sublease agreement. Once you have obtained permission, the next critical step is drafting a solid sublease agreement. This document should cover various aspects of the subrenting arrangement, including parties involved, names of the primary tenant, the subtenant, and the landlord. Property description. Details about the property being sublet, including the address and specific areas included. Lease terms. Duration of the sublease, including start and end dates. Rent payment. Amount of rent due, payment method and due date. Utilities and expenses. Which utilities or expenses the subtenant is responsible for. Security deposit. Amount of the security deposit. Conditions for its return, and any deductions. Rules and regulations. Any rules that the subtenant must follow, referencing the original lease. The financial side of subrenting can be advantageous financially. Tenants may reduce their rental burden or even make a profit. However, it's essential to consider tax implications. Income generated from subletting is usually taxable, but certain expenses may be deductible. Researching the local rental market will also help determine competitive pricing for the sublet. Understanding rental pricing. To set the right rental price for your sublease, consider market research. Analyze similar properties to gauge the going rate for comparable sublets. Location and amenities. The property's location and the amenities it offers can significantly impact rental pricing. Duration of sublease. Short-term subleases may have different pricing dynamics than long-term ones. Tax implications of subrenting income generated from subletting is generally taxable. As a sublessor, you should keep accurate records, document all income and expenses related to the sublease, understand deductions. Certain expenses may be deductible. Consult a tax professional to understand what you can claim. Finding subtenants. Finding a reliable subtenant is critical. Begin by advertising your sublease on various platforms, providing clear descriptions of the property and its terms. Screening potential subtenants is vital. Conduct background checks and verify references to ensure reliability. Once you find a suitable candidate, it's time to finalize the agreement and collect a security deposit to protect against damages. Advertising your sublease. To attract potential subtenants, consider using multiple channels for advertising. Online platforms. Websites like Craigslist, Facebook Marketplace, or dedicated rental platforms are excellent places to list your sublease. Social media. Use your social media accounts to reach out to friends and family who may know someone looking for a place to stay. Community boards. Check local community centers or universities for individuals looking for short-term accommodations. Screening potential subtenants. To effectively screen potential subtenants, application process. Require interested individuals to fill out a subtenant application, gathering basic information about their rental history and employment. And background checks. Conduct background checks, including credit history and previous landlord references. Interviewing candidates. Meet potential subtenants to gauge compatibility and discuss their lifestyle and plans for the rental period. Finalizing the agreement. After selecting a subtenant, finalize the sublease agreement. Ensure both parties understand the terms outlined in the document and both sign it before the subtenant moves in. Managing a sublease. After establishing the sublease, active management is necessary. Maintain open communication with both the subtenant and the landlord, addressing any issues promptly. Regular inspections can ensure the property is well maintained. Understanding each party's responsibilities for repairs and maintenance will help prevent conflicts. Maintaining communication. Effective communication is crucial for a successful subleasing experience. Establish regular check-ins with your subtenant to discuss any concerns or updates regarding the property. Property inspections. Conducting regular property inspections can help ensure that the subtenant is taking care of the space. Schedule inspections at least once a month or more frequently if necessary. Handling repairs and maintenance. Clarify who is responsible for repairs and maintenance in the sublease agreement. Typically, the primary tenant is responsible for maintaining the property. Risks and challenges of subrenting. While subrenting offers financial benefits, it comes with risks. Unauthorized subletting can lead to eviction or legal issues, making it crucial to obtain landlord permission. The financial burden of unpaid rent is another concern. Ensure your subtenant is reliable. Documenting the property's condition before the subtenant moves in can mitigate risks related to property damage. Legal risks. One of the most significant risks of subrenting is legal issues arising from unauthorized subletting. If your lease prohibits subletting, and you do so without permission, your landlord may take legal action. Financial risks. If your subtenant fails to pay rent, you may still be responsible for the full amount owed to your landlord. This situation can lead to financial strain, so it's essential to select reliable subtenants. Conclusion. Subrenting can be an excellent option for tenants looking to manage their living expenses while maintaining their leases. Understanding the legal framework, financial aspects, and effective management strategies is vital for a successful subleasing experience. By following the guidelines outlined in this video, you can navigate the world of subrenting confidently. If you found this content valuable, don't forget to like, comment, and share. Subscribe to Muscular Brain Fat Wallet for more in-depth discussions on financial intelligence and investment strategies.